Hello everyone. For those who know me just a little bit, they know fully well that I'm a vegetarian. So since today's topic is food, well, I couldn't choose any other topic than vegetarianism, but I'm not going to talk about myself. I'm going to talk to you about reasons that you should go plant-based for 1 week. 1 week, because what I say is that perhaps you are not going to turn a vegetarian overnight, but going vegetarian for 1 week doesn't require much effort and will allow you to feel the benefits of what it is, of what happens when you stop eating meat. And people go plant-based for lots of reasons. Some want to lose weight, some want to feel more energetic, some want to reduce the risk of heart disease, or simply decrease the number of medication they take. So the reasons are multifold, but for some inspiration, I prepared a list of reasons that you should try plant-based diet for 1 week. First of all, you will reduce inflammation in your body. When you are eating meat, cheese and highly processed foods, chances are that you have elevated levels of inflammation in your body. And while short-term inflammation, such as after injury, for example, is normal and necessary, inflammation that lasts for months or years is simply not okay. Chronic inflammation has been linked to the development of osteoarthritis, heart attacks, strokes, diabetes, and autoimmune diseases. And these are just examples among other conditions. In contrast, plant-based diets are naturally anti-inflammatory because they are high in fiber, antioxidants, and other phytonutrients, and much lower in inflammatory triggers such as saturated fat and endotoxins, which are toxins released from bacteria commonly found in animal foods. Reason number two is that your blood cholesterol levels will plummet. And we all know that elevated blood cholesterol is a key risk factor for heart diseases and strokes. Saturated fat, which is primarily found in meat, poultry, cheese, and other animal products, is a major driver for our blood cholesterol levels. And studies consistently show that when people go plant-based, their blood cholesterol levels drop by 35%. That's a huge drop. While whole food, plant-based diets, they reduce blood cholesterol because they tend to be very low in saturated fat, and they contain zero cholesterol. And what is more, plant-based diets are also high in fiber, which reduces blood cholesterol levels. If you decide to include soy in your diet, I know there is a lot of discussion about whether it's healthy enough or not, but if you decide to include soya in your diet, it plays a big role in lowering cholesterol as well. Reason number three, you will give your plant-based diet will give you a microbiome, a makeover. We all know that the trillions of microorganisms that live in our bodies are collectively called the microbiome. And these microorganisms are crucial to our overall health. Not only do they help us digest our food, but they produce critical nutrients, train our immune system, and turn our genes on and off, keep our tissues healthy, and help to protect us from cancer. And studies have shown that they play a big role in obesity, diabetes, osteoarthritis, autoimmune disease, inflammatory bowel disease, and liver disease. Plant foods help shape a healthy intestinal microbiome because fiber in plant foods promotes the growth of friendly bacteria, so-called friendly bacteria in our guts. And on the other hand, fiber-poor diets, such as those which are very high in dairy, milk, and meat, they can foster growth of disease-promoting bacteria. Studies have shown that when omnivores eat choline or carnitine, which are found in meat, poultry, seafood, eggs and dairy, then the gut bacteria make a substance that is converted by our liver to a toxic product called TMAO. TMAO leads to worsening cholesterol plaques in our blood vessels and escalates the risk of heart attack and stroke. So people eating plant-based diets, on the other hand, have a totally different gut microbiome. It takes only a few days for your gut bacterial patterns to change. So the benefits of plant-based diets, that really quickly a week is going to really give your microbiome a makeover. Reason number 4, scientists have made the remarkable discovery that what we eat actually affects our genes. So reason number 4 is you'll change how your genes work, and that's quite remarkable because the discovery that the environment and lifestyle factors can turn genes on and off is fairly recent. For example, the antioxidants and other nutrients we eat in whole plant foods can change gene expression to optimize our cells repair damaged DNA. So the damaged DNA can be repaired by the food we eat, because the food we eat changes the expression of the genome. And the research has also shown that lifestyle changes, including a plant-based diet, can decrease the expression of cancer genes, so it reduces the risk of cancer. We've even seen that plant-based diet, along with other lifestyle changes, can lengthen our telomeres, which are the caps at the end of the chromosomes that help to keep our DNA stable. So the longer the telomere, the longer the life, because our cells and tissue age more slowly since the telomeres are longer than they would have been in the DNA of a meat eater. So in short, it means that plant-based diet will make you live longer. Then there is reason number 5. You'll dramatically reduce your chances of getting type 2 diabetes. We all know that animal protein, especially red and processed meat, has been shown in study after study to increase the risk of type 2 diabetes. Omnivores have double the rate of diabetes compared with vegans. Even accounting for the differences in body weights and different predispositions. Why does meat cause type 2 diabetes? Well, for several reasons. First of all, animal fat. Then animal-based iron and nitrate preservatives in meat are found to damage pancreatic cells, worsen inflammation, cause weight gain, and impair the way our insulin functions. So you will dramatically lessen your chances of getting type 2 diabetes by leaving animal products off of your plate and eating the diet that is based on whole plant foods and whole grains. Reason number 6 is that you will get the right amount and the right type of protein. There is a lot of discussion and controversy around protein from non-animal products. I've been a vegetarian for over 10 years, and let me tell you, I don't miss protein. I'm very healthy, I'm a very good example, and there are many very good examples of other vegetarians who really don't lack protein. It's just that you have to keep your diet just have to eat healthily. And the truth is that omnivores get more than 1.5 times of the optimal amount of protein. and most of it is from animal sources, this excess protein, because there's too much protein, does not make us stronger or leaner. Each protein is stored as fat or turned into waste, and animal protein is a major cause of weight gain, heart disease, diabetes, inflammation, and cancer again. Where the protein that is found in whole plant foods protects us from chronic diseases. There is no need to track protein intake or use protein supplements with plant-based diets. If you are meeting your daily calorie needs, you will get plenty of protein. For example, the longest lived people on Earth get about 10% of their calories from protein, compared with the average to 15 to 20%, which is way too much. And as an example of a particular product, a broccoli has the same amount of protein as steak. So you really don't need to worry about your proteins. And there is also reason number 7. I'm going to really quickly provide this because I'm aware of time. You will make a huge impact on the health of our planet and its inhabitants. So even it's an addition to making yourself feel healthy and turning your life around. You are also going to make a huge impact on the health of our planet, because animal agriculture is extremely destructive to the planet. It's the single largest contributor to greenhouse gas emissions and a leading cause of land and water use, deforestation, wildlife destruction, and species extinction. About 9,000 litres of water, 9,000 litres of water is needed to produce just 1 pound of beef. And our oceans are rapidly becoming depleted of fish. And some estimates even say that oceans may be fishless by 2048, which would be a disaster. Our current food system, based on meat and dairy production, also contributes to world hunger, because the majority of crops grown worldwide go toward feeding livestock and not feeding people. Equally important, animals raised for food suffer. That might not be a reason good enough for some, but I think it's worth mentioning, because whether raised in an industrial factory, farms, or farms labeled humane, animals suffer. They are going to die. So eating a plant-based diet helps us lead a more compassionate life. Well, after all, being healthy is not just about the food we eat. It's also about our consciousness, our awareness of how our choices affect the planet and those with whom we share it. So I suggest you try a vegetarian diet for a week and see how you feel afterwards. Thank you for listening.